Okay. Yeah. So, last time you guys covered the Persian War, right when all of Greece kind of unites against the big Persian army, and today we'll go through how Athens kind of creates this like big trade network, and then slowly just takes it over into like an empire, and then no one likes that. And so there's a massive war between Athens and Sparta, the two city-states we've been kind of talking about. They're the two main ones. And I need to pass out that worksheet. And there's a worksheet on it. And we are going to, in a minute, I'm going to have you guys get out your books. And then we will go through each. I'll give you guys 2 or 3 minutes to look through the paragraph and write down, and then we'll discuss it all. Cool? These two are in your books. Yeah, these are. The rest of you get books. Okay. Page number, we're going to page 198. Posted on the worksheet, the actual page. So yeah, like I said, the worksheet kind of jumps around. I think we skip we skip this whole first page 198, and then it skips through 200 and 201. And so just look through like the bold headings. They match up on your paper. I'll give you guys like 2, maybe 3 minutes to do like the first to read and then write down the Heracles in charge section. Then we'll go over it, and then I'll give you guys 2 or 3 minutes to do war between Athens and Sparta, and then we'll just keep doing that same pattern. Cool. Okay, we all read the first Pericles in Charge section. So the one question here, right? The 4 accomplishments of Pericles, it says. Who wants to give me one of them? Yeah. He built new temples, built new monuments. Big one. Yep.
He guarded the city for 30 years.
He protected the city. He also kind of rebuilt it. Jason?
Made after a more democratic city-state.
He helped their democracy thrive. How did he do that? It says right under here in the next sentence.
He appointed people to positions because of their abilities, not because they were members of a constitutional class.
He appointed like common people, like actual qualified like common people. And there is one more I can see in where's the third paragraph. Yeah, he made it like the center of like learning and like studies and the arts and stuff like that. And so yeah, he basically rules the city-state just by him, and he comes to have a pretty big effect when we get to the Delian League, which is the next thing. So if we skip over the entirety of the next 2 pages, at the very end, the page with the big lion statue on it. It says it's a lion. It doesn't look like a lion to me. But I guess I don't know. I'm not a sculptor. And so, like I said, I'll give you guys 2, maybe 3 minutes to do this first war between Athens and Sparta, these 2 paragraphs, and then we'll go over it again. Okay, we all got the second question done?
Yeah.
Okay, baller. So question 2, why was the Delian League formed? Yeah, Jason.
Because Athens wanted a defensive league or protective group.
Yeah, right. The war between the Persians just ended, and the Greeks did win that war. But Persia's still, a threat, and so Athens kind of gets tons of other cities together, not Sparta, but tons of other cities together, and they kind of all agree to defend each other. And the immediate next question: this league does not really work out in the long term. And so the next one is the Athenian Empire. That's the next 2 paragraphs.
take that worksheet with me and then talk about the It's passions.
We are good on number 3? Yeah? Okay. Number 3. 2 reasons why this Delian league set up by Athens, reasons why it failed. For one of them, yeah.
Athens was the strongest and took control of the other cities.
Yeah, Athens was by far the strongest, and they staffed up a military with their guys. Number 2, another reason?
Athens absorbed the other less powerful city-states.
Yeah, Athens just kind of absorbed, they were the strongest, and Heracles, I wrote it here in my paper, he wanted subjects, not partners. It's on the book, but I figured it was a good synopsis. Yeah, right, and it's supposed to be a partnership. We're all equal together in this league, unquote, quote unquote. But Athens was by far the strongest and just slowly kind of absorbed everything else. And no one likes this. No one likes an empire, especially the Greeks here. And so people rally around Sparta. And the next section, question 4, is these next 2 paragraphs under war breaks out. Same thing. Do your thing. Here we go, we're done with number 4. It's a pretty basic one. Who fought in the Peloponnesian War? Yeah. Athens and Sparta, right? Athens is creating this whole empire at this time. No one likes that. And so, no one likes Sparta either, but they're the lesser of the 2 evils. And so, a whole alliance forms around Sparta, a whole alliance forms around Athens, and we have kind of like a big clash in Greece here. So yes, it's Athens and Sparta here. Now, for the next 2 big ones, these each have 2 questions, and the dreaded be thorough question. Why did Athens lose the war? That is on the next page, 204. You have here 1, 2, 3, 4-ish paragraphs. So, maybe 3 or 4 minutes. 2, 3, 5. Okay, 5. I'm being told 5. Oh, you're right. Yeah. We all wrapping up on question 5 and 6? Good. Good? Everybody? 5? Athens during the war? Yeah, James.
A deadly disease broke out within the overcrowded city population. More than a third of the people died.
Yeah, more than a third of Athens dies, which is a lot. I think I looked it up for the last lesson I was here. Athens at this point had a population of like 300,000 people. So like Pittsburgh, I think it sounds right.
That's not how many people were in Pittsburgh for the draft.
Yeah, so like a third of them all died of this. There's like 100,000 people all died of this disease, including Pericles. And so the city's in chaos. And so yes, disease wipes out a third of the city.
I just kind of want to put it in perspective for a second, guys. Think about it, like pandemic. We lost, like a lot of people died, but not 1/3 of our population. Can you imagine 1/3 of the population? That is a ridiculous amount of people. Like a third of all of you in here. Like that's a large number of people to go from one place from a disease.
It's like this whole road just being gone.
A lot of people.
And so number 6, does anyone want to give me their thorough response? Very thorough. Yeah, Milo.
Sparta made a deal with Persia to get gold in exchange for landing Anatolia to build a military navy.
Yeah, that's a good one. At this point, Athens, like they can't. It says earlier in a paragraph that Athens can't produce enough food for itself. Like they rely on buying food for other people from other cities, and so Sparta kind of betrays the whole Greek cause. Right? We just fought the Persian wars. Sparta sells some Greek lands in order to get enough money to build a navy, and they kind of just surround Athens, and Athens can't ship food into the city anymore. So a third of the population died, and now the other 2/3 are going to be starving pretty soon. Which, I mean, is one way to win a war. It's not a big fun. And so the last paragraph here, the last three paragraphs here, questions 7 and 8, on the effects of the war. I'll give us, I'm thinking 4, maybe 5 minutes. How are we looking? We mostly done? You guys are all done.
That whole side still has.
Yeah. You want another minute? I can work with that. Okay, we'll get started, and you guys who are still writing, keep writing. So I have a question that's actually not in the book that I meant to ask. I meant to ask last on question 6, but I forgot. So, whenever Athens loses the war, Sparta comes down, and it says in the very last paragraph that the Spartans and their allies destroyed like the walls around the city of Athens. It's not one of the questions here, but why would they do that? What's the value in that? Yeah.
And it gives them about protection from wild animals if there are any.
Valid. Yeah.
It makes it so that if they were to recover any bit of their army, they couldn't build up enough defenses to.
Yeah. It kind of like stops them from being a power anymore. Because like obviously, you know, if you have 5 walls around my city, no one's gonna mess with me. Or at least I can hide behind my walls. But if you tear the walls down, then you're just subject to anyone coming in and destroying the city. And so that really kind of cuts Athens down a few pegs. So number 7 right here. Who wants to give me one of the 4 ways the Peloponnesian Wars destroyed Greece?
They failed to lose the threat from the kingdom of Melchizedek.
That's not one of the 4 I have here, but keep that in mind. It is important. Yeah, Milo. You got to speak way louder. Yeah, the war leaves everybody hating everybody else, and everyone's pretty weak. Yeah. Many people died. I mean, a third of Athens is dead, plus all the starving, plus every other city is fighting and constantly killing each other. Chase?
Young Greeks left and joined the Persian army.
Yeah, a lot of Greeks whose whole families died or lost their job, they go to join Persia. Yeah, Milo, finish this up. There's nowhere to living, right? One of the biggest tactics, as we saw with Athens being starved, is just to destroy the food, and then obviously what are you gonna do? You can't eat. And so they destroy a lot of farms, and then no one can go back to their farm. So everyone's kind of poor. It's very hard to get a job at this point. And so, looking at what happens, number 8, what happened to both Sparta and Thebes? Jace?
Both empires collapsed.
Yeah, Sparta, right, they get this alliance, the whole war starts because they want to destroy the Athenian Empire. Then, Athens is destroyed, and Sparta comes along and says, what if I'm just the empire now? And then they take over all of Athens' empire, and once again, predictably, no one likes this. And so, for the next 30 years, Sparta just slowly gets destroyed, and then in the cycle repeats. And Thebes, another city-state we haven't talked all that much about, they take over the Spartan Empire, and predictably, no one likes this. And so the Theban Empire is then destroyed as well. And this whole, it's like 50 years of just non-stop war and collapse and war and collapse leaves all of Greece pretty weak. And eventually we will get to, you guys cover Alexander and the Macedonians. Yeah, eventually we'll get to the Macedonians, another outside group who comes in and takes over this weakened Greece. And yeah, so we want to throw your names date 30th on the paper, put them in the bin in the back, and then books away. We are good to go. I gotta see if this recorded. Haha.